Are TikTok and Instagram the new game changers for first-time voters? We spoke with several college students to ask how they determined who they'll vote for.
WVTM 13's Brittany Decker visited the University of Alabama to hear how social media, celebrity endorsements, and podcast appearances impact young voters' perspectives this election season.
What platforms are steering the next generation of voters?
I feel like, especially now, we may feel the pressure from the people around us on TikTok, Instagram, whatever else, to vote.
Do you think the ads on TV or over social media, wherever they may be, do you think they make a difference?
But I think what's even more important right now is the social media ads, because it's small snippets typically of another candidate talking, and a lot of it's out of context. And it's causing a lot of people to begin thinking things that just aren't true about either candidate. I mean, you see this on either candidate with Harris continually saying that Trump supports Project 2025 when he's repeatedly said that he does not support that, and that he's barely read it, and that it's not really something that he's considering implementing. And then you have it with Donald Trump, who famously said they're eating the dogs. And so it's become a big issue.
Next, I asked about influence. In recent weeks, we've seen plenty of celebrities come out and support the candidates. Does that impact the way you feel? Or do you think endorsements make a significant impact for young voters?
I feel like it doesn't change my thought process, but I do see it as a good thing when people that I respect or people that I have looked up to are supporting the candidate that I support.
I think that celebrities should have zero influence at all in American elections. That's because the majority of these big endorsements, such as Elon Musk and Taylor Swift, they're billionaires, and they're so out of touch with our reality that it's hard to take what they say seriously, because they're going to be rich no matter who wins.
These people don't live the same types of lives that we do. An issue that affects us one way is going to affect them in a completely different way. So they may be seeing things in a different perspective than the everyday voter would.
I feel like it doesn't change my mind in terms of who I'm voting for, but I do think it's very encouraging, and I think it's very entertaining almost to see like who endorses who and who they bring out the rallies and things like that.
I think like more so than celebrity endorsements, like endorsements from like the other sides of the aisle, right? Like RFK endorsing Trump. Like it shows to me that Trump isn't as like radical as they paint him to be.